What's going on, guys? So this is another one of our Wednesday whiteboard videos we're doing here. This video is going to be about having a website. Having a website becomes very, very crucial in owning a business. So for years we didn't have a website. There was no way for someone to look us up. And when I first started out, I used Freewebs, which some of you old school guys may know of, which worked for us, and it was free, obviously, for a very long time. It's originally still the platform that our website's on, but Wix bought it. If you have a website or you know anything about websites, you've heard of Wix. That's what we use. So first off, I want to go through the pros of having a website. First off, someone can look you up. Secondly, it gives people information about you. So on our website, we have, I'll show you, we have contact forms where people can submit questions and quotes, which I'm going to circle back to because that's very important. But on our website, there's contact forms, there's a whole page of list of services, there's a whole tab for residential and commercial, for that type of work we do for residential homeowner, and then if a commercial companies or commercial business is looking us up, there's a whole commercial tab, and then photos, obviously. So with having a website, you can attach that anywhere, whether it be, obviously it has its own link. You can have that on your Facebook page, socials, your Google My Business account, things like that. So breaking it down. Nowadays, a lot of people like to text. People are afraid to call or leave a voicemail or talk on the phone, which is really weird, but believe it or not, people don't really call much often on the phone anymore. So on our website is a contact form. And it's a form where people fill out, and I have a very specific sentence above that form where it says, this is where we service. Please leave your address, leave a detailed message, and we'll get right back to you. And when that form is submitted on our website, we get a notification on our email saying, hey, someone submitted a contact request, and this is what they said. And myself or my wife get back to them right away with saying, hey, someone will be out within the next day or two for a quote. They're actually there today. I'll send someone by today. And people love that. The quicker you get back to a customer, the quicker you will get that job. So the contact form is just easy communication. Say it's midnight or 1 a.m. You're working overnight or someone's working overnight and they want to get a hold of you, but they can't call you or text you. They'll find you on the internet and submit a contact form, So that's very big. You guys that have a website have a contact form on there, and that has grown our company to a big percentage. We keep track of where our leads come from, whether it be Google or if we get a message on Facebook Messenger or if it's from our website. And our website is, we have more customers through our website the last 2 years than we have of recommendations or just seeing us out and about in town. So that contact form is a very big deal. And then services. Like I said, our first page is our home page. We have our contact form, a little bit about us, where we service, what we do. It's kind of a mix of all the tabs. Second page is a list of services. That list of services breaks down everything. Mulch, delivery, purchase, install, weeding the beds, and we have a bunch of pictures of beautiful mulch jobs, things like that. Below that, full lawn maintenance service. We have, weekly mowing, string trimming, edging, blah, 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 and beautiful pictures, numerous pictures. And it just goes on and on. Snow removal, everything we do, all of it. It goes on and on. So when I come back to that, and again, the next page after that is residential and then commercial. So if you're a commercial business, you can see all the commercial businesses we take care of and what we do. And then a residential tab of all the residential type homes, those services, those, whatever they want to sign up for. And then the last page is a photos tab. And also with that, we have like a community tab, like things we do like parades, trunk or treats, things like that in a photos tab section. And then that photos tab is loaded a couple times a year with current photos, things like that. So breaking that down, when I say photos, do not use like, I don't know, what is it called? Photoshop or, beat up old pictures or just generic pictures. There's one guy around here that has a website, and then in his pictures is like just pulled off Google palm trees, and it's like, dude, We don't have a palm tree within hundreds of miles of us. Anyway, you have to go off of your stuff. I always have pictures of my guys doing something or us doing something, our brand out there working. I can guarantee you right now, if you have a website or if you don't, or if you do not, look at the other companies' websites around you, and I guarantee you a couple of those guys will have Photoshop pictures of just pulled off of Google, just a random lawn, or gutter cleaning, just a random, NPC on a ladder cleaning out gutters. Like just like the most random bum type pictures. I promise you, they all have them. There's a bunch around here where we're at. So also with your website, first off, if you don't have one, I'll get to that. But when you have a website, make sure you update that thing. There are companies around here too where you can tell they haven't updated it since like 2010. It's, gritty. It's like pixelized photos. It's a mess. So make sure you update your website if you have a website. I update mine every season, spring, summer, fall, winter. Especially in the winter, I get a lot done because the spring's so crazy. But like I said, guys, website, you have your services, residential, commercial, contact forms, and photos. Does not have to be complicated. And that's actually one thing I have on here is do not complicate your website. I guarantee you, when someone's looking for a service provider, they don't want to read a book about you. I mean, we have a little paragraph that says, hey, this is us, blah, 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 blah. This is where we service, blah, 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 blah. And then we get right into it. I do not want to open a website and read 10 paragraphs on why you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to do that. But that's what we use. Like I said, make it have a premium look. And I'm going to tell you right now, everyone out there is going to say, have someone build it, do this, do that, pay this guy, pay that guy. If you know how to use a laptop and you can navigate on the internet, you can build a website. I promise you. Again, this is us, how I've gotten this far. I have never paid for ads. I've never paid for someone to build a website for me. And this is no way or shape or form a shout out for them. But we use Wix. And before that, we used FreeWebs. And like I said, you guys old school know what FreeWebs is. But FreeWebs bought Wix. So now I pay I think it's $80 a year for that website, which mainly just keeps the domain. So, listen, it's very simple. Find a website provider, for example, Wix. Build the website. You have a million options of the layout, the color, the template of how you want to do it, how you want to navigate the pictures or the sentences around the pictures. If you can use a mouse on a computer, you can build a website. You do not need to pay someone any money at all to build your website. I promise you that. That is a big joke. Big joke. Now, obviously, if you have the money and don't have the time for that and you have it budgeted into where you can pay somebody to do your website, you can pay someone to update your hours, you can pay somebody to have pictures, that's fine. I'm nothing against that. Go ahead and do it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm saying is it takes minutes each couple times a month to update it. And don't get me wrong, when you establish the website at first, it will take you, maybe a couple days or a couple hours each day to really figure it out. But it's really not hard. You take your photos from your phone, send them to the computer. I send them through email and then save them and attach them to your website every couple months. It's not hard at all. Just update your stuff and get a couple sentences out there. You can even do a phone version of the website. We have Wix. So we can see how people see our website from a desktop, and then we can see how they view our website from a phone. And you can edit it each way. I would say before having a website, you want to get your Google My Business page first, and I'm going to try to make sure that video comes out before this. But if not, Google My Business page first, and then make a website. There's a bunch of other things you should do before you build a website, but because don't get me wrong, for the first couple years, I didn't want to have a website because I had no pictures. I was out of my Ford Focus, so what am I going to do? Post pictures on no. Have, just have a bunch of pictures on hand, good ones. After you build it a little bit, you get your services dialed in, make a website. You can even do it after the first few months of establishing your business. Like I said, Don't use like the Photoshop free pictures of some guy cutting a lawn, you know, in clothes you don't cut a lawn in, you know, with overalls on a farm and you're nowhere near a farm. I promise you, there's a lot of guys with weird photos that they paid somebody because they don't know anything about lawn care and landscaping, and they just grab these random photos off Google and said, oh, this is my website. I promise you someone around you has that. There's a handful around us. All right, guys, real quick again, I don't like making these videos too long. If you don't have a website, find a website provider. We use Wix. I'll leave the comment below. It's very easy. You'll get to establish your domain name, which is simple. You figure out what you want to call it as long as it's not used anywhere else. And then you just do the tabs, list your services, list your photos, get that contact form. I'm not going to go into that spiel again, but listen to the beginning of the video here. The contact form lets people submit questions and quotes and get right back to them, and it's a very good way for potential customers to communicate with you. That's worked very well for us. So again, guys, if you don't have a website, get a website. It is very, very important for the growth of your company. And it all circles back to these videos I made where it gets your route density dialed in. You can list the areas you service, get your photos up. We have hundreds of photos on there. You know, every year I take very old ones down. Oh, it's every few months actually. So that's about it, guys. I think I got everything here. Make it look premium. Don't make it look junky. Don't just post one picture with your phone number and say, you know, Joe Schmo Lawn Care, give us a call. Make it look premium. You know, it's your company, it's your brand. You know, for me, it's my last name. You know, I'm not gonna junk anything up or make it look like junk. So get a website, guys. Make it priority on your list when you're starting out, or if you're going in. You know, go. Don't get me wrong. There's guys that have been at this for 20 plus years locally near us that don't have a website. And that's fine. You know, back in the day, you had a house phone. You know, word of mouth locally. You know, listen, they know what they're doing. Trust me, they're good. But circles back to the other video I posted. There's a lot more competition out there with social media and the barrier to entry with lawn care and landscaping. Get yourself established. I promise you, there are a lot of people that will spend time looking at your website. So that's it, guys. Get a website. We use Wix. You can use whoever you want. There's a bunch of stuff out there. But I'll break this down in the comments again with the tabs and how we do it. I'll try to get a screenshot of our website. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching.